Hi guys, so I am on the subway heading downtown for an afternoon of pizza with a friend, and so far the subway looks completely empty. The train behind me, this is subway line 1, is completely empty, as you can see. Absolutely empty. Yeah, the whole station is absolutely empty. Usually at this time, especially buzzing with people. Well, this is my train coming. That's my train. So let's find a carriage with less people. So as you can see, the entire place is really empty. Completely empty. Just a handful of people sitting on the train. So I'm gonna sit over here and head downtown. So we are arriving at the second stop out of the 16 stops I think I will have to take, and let's see how many more people enter the carriageway. I just wanted to mention that today is it's a Friday afternoon, and usually Friday afternoons are super busy because it's the beginning of the weekend, and the fact that today is such a beautiful day. See, nobody got onto well, you can see from the end a couple of more people actually entered on the train, but that side is still really empty. Yeah, so it is Friday, like I was saying, and usually at this time it's usually quite congested. Barely you can find a seat. Usually it's full of teenage girls and going shopping in a place called Shidan, which is a very big shopping district for young people, or young and hip people, or people getting off from work, grandparents going to pick their children from school. But for now, even though we have reported zero cases, zero homegrown cases, with a few imported cases here in China, and in Beijing especially, we haven't reported any new cases in the past week or so. I think people are still nervous. People are still afraid of basically going out and getting onto public transport. So when I get downtown, I will be able to film and see who else is out there, if maybe a lot more people are coming out, because today it's quite a beautiful day. It's actually 26 degrees today, and as you I'm not so no need to dress up too much. Beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, so let's see what happens. Station 3. So usually now we are at Wukesong station, and this is the security guard making sure everybody's keeping order on the train, and people are lining up and people are wearing their masks, I suppose. So Wukesong is station number 3 from my station. Let's see how many more people step on the train. There we go. And he's back on. The doors are closing. Doors are closed. And here we go again. 3, 2, 1. We're moving. Okay. It's my view. It's gonna take me a while to get there, so see you again soon. Okay, so it's been like 12 stops now. We are at Wangfujing station, and as you can see, nobody is still getting on the train. A few more people have gathered on the train. Those are my neighbors, and yeah, still empty. So I still have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I still got 4 more stops to go before I get off the train and switch to line 10, which is gonna take me to my next destination. And a little bit of Wangfujing. Wangfujing station is usually a very touristy station. It's more like the New York's Times Square in a bit, or Trafalgar Square, or even People's Square in Shanghai. Usually this is where all the tourists sort of converge and get to see the city, enjoy local cuisine, go sightseeing, because this is the center of the city that a lot of tourists first make their stop when they come to Beijing. So now we are in Dongdang, which is more of an administrative stop. I don't know if you've noticed, like on the subway here, we tend to go from one. You can really time yourself when it comes to distance and how much time you need to get from one place to another. So technically it's usually exactly 2 minutes between one stop and the next, except for one particular stop, and that is Nanli Shilu to Fuxingmen, which usually takes about, I think, 30 seconds less compared to the rest of the stations. But generally all the stops here tend to take 2 minutes from one stop to the next. So if you need 40 minutes, if you tell somebody I'll be there in 40 minutes, once you step on the subway, you will be there in 40 minutes thanks to the subway. So a lot of people tend to prefer, I personally tend to prefer, to use the underground here because it's much faster. You can actually manage your time well compared to being upstairs or above the ground, where traffic is usually insane because most people here want to drive, and they're driving big cars, and the driving sometimes can be a bit crazy here. So usually the subway is my transport means of choice, because you can sit back, relax, especially on a day today where there is not so many people. You can sit back, bring your book and read. You can, play games on your computer, play games on your phone, or just sit there, sit back, relax, and people watch. You can see all sorts of people on the subway if you pay attention. Okie dokie. Alright guys, so we've arrived at Guomao station. This is my stop to get off now and go switch to line 10 to take me to my destination. So here we go. The train has stopped and we're getting off. Quite a number of people have dropped off the station. the stairs. Good old stairs. Don't we love them? Clock over there. It's 3:44. So now we're going to line 10. Where's line 10? Line 10, right. So everyone is taking the... Here we go. All right. So let's walk through the tunnel and go switch the line. Now in this tunnel, at this particular hour, this usually in Beijing on a Friday, rush hour begins at about 2 p.m. So if this was a typical day, this corridor, we wouldn't be able to take a step because all you depend on is just people pushing you from the back as you move forward. The crowds here are usually particularly crazy. So this is one of the main intersection stops where people tend to switch to line 10, which is a loop line. Line 1 is also one of the main train lines or subway lines here because it tends to cut through a lot of the popular residential districts. So we can see people slowly trickling in. If I get a chance, when things go back to normal, I will definitely film again. I'll still do the same route and try to show you how insane this journey usually is, and just the magnitude and the amount of people using the subway in Beijing, a city of almost 20-something million people. Can you imagine? And now we just see a few people, a few sprinkles of people here and there. Interesting. I must say I quite like it like this. So here, the tunnel continues all the way. All right. So usually here, there are usually 2 points, 2 directions you're going, to Jintai Shijiao or to Xuanjing. So I'm going to go to Jintai Shijiao, which is the next stop, but then I will have to go much further than that to a stop called Yangmachao. And this is line 10. And that's our map. As you can see, line 10, like I told you before, is a loop. So it goes round and round. You can literally sit on the train all day long and just go around the city, But it takes forever. It's not as short as it looks. It might take you at least 4 or 5 hours just to go around that loop. So here we'll stand here and wait for the train. See, not so many people waiting for the train again. see, the next train is in 2 minutes. I don't think I can't be filming for 2 minutes, so stop it until the train arrives. Okay, that's the announcement that the train is arriving. I'm not quite sure where to stand because every door I tried to go, wait, there's people waiting. Okay. So that's the train coming. The train is coming from that side. Well, this one has got a bit more people, I suppose, compared to line 1. Right, here we go. So yeah, a lot more people compared to the previous line. Let's see. But the beauty is everyone is wearing a mask. Nobody's taking any chances, so I'm gonna have to go about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stops before I get off. The weirdest part is nobody wants to sit next to each other. So there's a lot more people standing, trying to avoid contact and not wanting to touch the handrails either.
We are arriving at Jintai Xizhang Station.
Okay, now it's time to exit the station. I'm going to be riding it all the way there. Right, here we go. Nobody can stop reggae. Nobody can stop reggae. People taking selfies. Nobody can stop reggae. Cause reggae is strong. Time to get off the station. Exit C. There you go. Well, you can sort of see cars moving. However, it's not much happening on this end. If you're curious to know, we are actually in a place called Liang Ma Chao. So over there is the over there is the Westin Hotel. The Kapinski is on this side, and the Four Seasons, etc., etc. So it's more of a business area of sorts. So it's going to take me another 10 minutes walk to get to the Solana Mall, which is sort of like a shopping center. I'm going to be enjoying pizza with a friend. It's called Lucky Street. And this street is famously known for nice little joints that serve Japanese food, Korean food, and a bit of it, Indian cuisine, but mostly Japanese. I personally like to come here for a bit of Japanese fix. But again, see, parking spaces are still empty. The street is completely empty. Right now, you should be, like, if it was a normal day, there will be chairs and tables outside, people dining, people drinking, especially because it's a Friday. You'll be hearing maybe in some of these joints. There's a pub here called Nashville. Usually there'll be a sort of like a band preparing to perform for the audience tonight. But unfortunately, empty. Empty, empty, empty is what we see. And right across from here, from Lucky Street, is Solana, where I'm going. Right across the street, but about maybe another 250 meters away from here. So yes, this is what we're dealing with at the moment in Beijing. Again, we have 0 cases, but people are still afraid to go outside. They're happy to come out and buy food and order delivery, but they are afraid to venture outdoors on such a beautiful day, I might add. For some reason, we still have Christmas trees up here in Beijing. I guess people just decided, well, we might just as well leave them up because there's always Christmas in 2020 as well. You know what I mean? Cars abandoned by the roadside. Guess no people to ride them. So that's Solana. Just zoom in a little bit. That's Solana. And that's where I'll be eating pizza. So we have arrived at Solana, a very popular dining and shopping center for a lot of people, and especially people with children. Here's where they come to play some game. There are cinemas, lots of foreign food restaurants, lots of local restaurants, and a bit of, I think my favorite part for coming to this place is there's one particular place called La Pizza, and this is owned by a friend of mine called Gennaro. Sorry, not Gennaro, Giuseppe, and he's from Napoli. So the pizzas you get there are really Napoli style, and that's why I made my way all this way. As you can see, there's a bunch of people, there's activity happening here. Starbucks, I guess it's open. Solana. And yeah, there's a beehive of activities. Anyhow, and I have to check my temperature, guys.
Okay.
谢谢，辛苦了。Yeah, you have to check your temperature every corner you go to. Haagen-Dazs, need some ice cream. So it looks like things are happening actually. Life here seems to be a little bit more buzzing than other areas. Right guys, so it's been about, I think, 10 minutes since I arrived at the restaurant. I'm waiting for my friend. It's taken me about an hour and a half to get here. She doesn't live so much farther from this place. I mean, she should have been here because number one, I am the one buying lunch. I mean, if somebody's buying me lunch for free, and on top of that, I've traveled much farther away. I have risked my life and sat on the subway to come all the way. And she's still late. I mean, what's with that? So anyway, so I've decided, I mean, I wasn't gonna drink today because I've been having a bit of acid reflux, but I can't just sit here and drink a glass of water. I mean, come on. So I did order some white wine. Here we go. And I think I'm gonna have a diavola. What's with people getting late? I mean, if somebody's actually buying you lunch, you should be able to do them a favor and be there at least on time. I really don't like it when people, you know, just take time for granted. I mean, I would love to sit here, eat, and then go for a walk outside because it's such a beautiful day. But here we go. Let's give her some time and see what she'll say. It's been now about 25-30 minutes, I suppose, waiting. We were supposed to meet here at 4:30, and I guess it's now about 5:15. And she is somewhere within the complex, and I sent her step by step directions using video, the same route I was walking, but I don't get it. I just don't understand how you cannot see McDonald's right in front of you. There are stairs and you should take them. How hard is that? You know, I mean, I get it. Some people are really bad at directions, but I am totally bad. I mean, I gave you visuals. It's not like I'm sending you a satellite kind of map. No, it was like from here, from Adidas, go to Massimo Dutti, go to Zara, and then the cinema, go past the cinema, then it's McDonald's. Right by McDonald's, there is the stairs. You can either take the stairs or the escalators, go up, walk about 100 meters on your right. There is the restaurant. How hard is that? Dude, I'm kind of pissed off now. Cheers. Hope you enjoy your day.